Hey, it's CY Gemini, and today we're turning an old rain jacket into a big sling bag that can fit my entire water bottle. Hey, it's CY Gemini, and today we're turning an old rain jacket into a big sling bag that can fit my entire water bottle. Okay, I wasn't really feeling super well in this video, so there's a lot more B-roll than usual in this video. So please bear with me. I had some type of cold or some viral cold. I'm gone now. Thankfully, I'm all better. But yeah, I wasn't feeling super great to talk to the camera like while I was working on the project. But yeah, this thrift flip ended up being really cool. So let's start with the rain jacket. So I decided to make a big sling bag modeling off my Adidas bag that I already have, just to make some tweaks of personalizing it to what I want exactly. I thrifted this Eddie Bauer rain jacket for $7 a couple months ago. I really love the red color and it's really, really well made. But what I didn't realize was the weatherproof lining was deteriorating and just crumbling everywhere. So obviously no longer good as a rain jacket. So what can I make with this? I recently bought a Adidas sling bag and I love the bigger size of this bag compared to my usual everyday ones. This has an outer zipper pocket that I really like to have access to separate from the main compartment. Problem is, I want to use this pocket to store my water bottle. It's just easier to access it here rather than fiddling with the main compartment and mixing it up with everything else. All right, this is a decently sized bag and I really like how big this is. So I can fit a lot of stuff in there. One of my pet peeves with this bag though is having this zipper pocket, which I love. So this is what I consider the front of the bag. It's going to be in the front here with me. If I put like things, it's easier to reach, right? But if I consider this the front, then the zipper from the main compartment is all the way back here, which is annoying. Like I have to go back here to go put the unzip up front, and then I can open and access the main compartment. Or you're like, wait, can't you just turn it on the other shoulder? Which, yes, I can now. And the zipper is in the front. I can access the pocket from here now. However, like now that zippered pocket is in the back, which I'm like, if anyone wants to steal stuff from me coming from the backside, they could just run up and get that. Like, that's stupid. They do have this up front pocket here, which I'm assuming is for either a phone or glasses, because it's small and it doesn't fit like my water bottle in there, but it probably would fit my phone in there. But yeah, I wouldn't be using this pocket as much, I guess. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Am I just not thinking right? But this is how I would use the bag. So what I'm going to do is definitely switch the direction of the zipper to match the opening for this in my bag. I know that seems petty, but like little things like that, just design choices of like thinking about the user, right? So yeah. First, let's deconstruct the jacket. This jacket came with a lot of really good YKK zippers that I can reuse, so I'm going to go in with the seam ripper first and cut the lining from the outer shell of the jacket. Hopefully without breathing all of that flaking vinyl lining. Since it was so dusty, I headed outside and used a mask, where I'll use a wire brush to brush off the excess weatherproof lining. I'm not aiming to necessarily get rid of all of it, as I'm going to be lining the bag itself anyways. I just want to get rid of those loose bits so they don't fly at me while I'm sewing. I'll then give it a final scrub down in hot water. Alright, jacket is deconstructed now and pattern pieces are ready. I basically traced my Adidas bag onto some brown grocery bags that I had to create the pattern pieces. I got my main body here and I'll cut 2 of those. And then I'm going to have the side panels, top panel, the strap, and the bottom panel. Then I'll cut the same pieces in the lining as well. Speaking of the lining, I'm going to use this $4 men's shirts for the lining. I have no idea what my original intent was when I thrifted this shirt months ago, but we're using it today. I got the main body, bottom panel on fold, side panels, strap, and top panel that will go with the zipper in the main compartment. The lining pieces will be the same with a few extra pieces. The outer pocket bag for the water bottle, the inner pocket that will be a zippered pocket, and an organizational open pocket for like chopsticks, headphones, and things. Okay, now we can start sewing. So I'll start with the outer shell, and I'm going to sew the side seams to the bottom seam right sides together. Then clip that strip along one of the main body pieces right sides together, and I'll sew along that seam. And actually, whoops, I almost forgot that I'm going to add some batting to this bag. I got this batting from a creative reuse store for $3 last year. It's going to give the bag some slight structure and padding. So I'm going to cut the pattern pieces in the batting as well. For the back body piece, I'm going to sew that right on with using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. For the front body piece, I'm going to cut an area of one side to account for the zipper for the outer pocket. Speaking of that zipper, these are all the zippers that I had salvaged from the jacket. A lot of these are pretty short. I'll use this one though, where the hood was attached to the main body of the jacket. I'm going to use this longer zipper for the main compartment later. And then I'll save the other zippers in my zipper stash for the future project. I'm going to pin the zipper right side down with a zipper teeth facing away from the opening. And then sew. Then I spent the next 10 minutes trying to figure out the order of events. Sewing is really engineering, you guys. Like, you just really have to figure out when to sew what and how and why. Like, it is engineering, for real, for real. Okay, so we have to pivot to the outer pocket bag now, where I'm going to sew along the perimeter except this section here, which is going to be the opening to the pocket. And I'm really excited to share that I finally got a serger. I've been debating on getting one for several months now, and I finally found one on eBay for a decent price. I'm still learning this tool, but I'm absolutely loving it so far because look at all these pretty seams. Okay, maybe I have to work on tension, but it's still really nice. Now I can clip the pocket to one side of the zipper and sew. Then I'll place the other side of the pocket to the other back side of the zipper. And then the other body piece on the zipper, right sides facing. And now we have a functioning outer pocket. It's a deep pocket that would definitely fit my water bottle. Okay, next is to do the strap. Place the pattern pieces right sides together and then the batting and sew along the two long edges. Before we attach the strap to the bag, I want to add one extra detail. I want to add this D-ring on the outside of the bag, so I sewed a small strip and attached the D-ring to the side. I'll hand baste it in place and place one side of the strap on top. Then I'll take the other side of that strap and we'll go around the bag and sew it on the other side of the bag, being careful not to twist the strap along the way. I love having a place where I can hook stuff onto for convenience and versatility. Let's switch focus to the interior of the bag. I have what will be the zippered pocket bag, and I'm deciding what zipper to use. These were zippers from the front pockets of my jacket, but they're all too short for my liking. It barely fits my hand through it. So I'm going to use a zipper from my stash. This zipper, I can cut it to the length that I want, so I'm just going to use that. To make the zippered pocket, I'm going to find the middle of the pocket bag, draw an 8-inch by 3/4 inch rectangle, and then draw a line down the middle long ways with 2 triangles at each end to meet at that line. Kind of like this diagram here. We'll then fold the body piece of the lining in half to align the middle of the pocket bag. While my fabric looks the same on both sides, if you were to do like a patterned fabric for the pocket bag should be facing the body piece right sides together for this. After pinning the pocket bag into place, I'm going to sew that all the way around. But after sewing that rectangle, I cut into the middle lines and through those triangles, being very careful not to cut into the stitches we just did. Then take the pocket and stuff it through the opening to the wrong side of the body piece, and then press out the rectangle so it's nice and crispy. Now, I admit, when I first started sewing, I did not press my seams because I found it annoying and thought it was just a waste of time. But now I know better, and pressing your seams is really what makes your project look more polished and professional looking. So do not skip pressing your seams. Please, just do it. It's going to look so much better. All right, pin the zipper in place and then top stitch all the way around. After that is done, flip it over to the wrong side, fold up the pocket bag. I'm going to put on some clips and sew it all around the pocket bag, being sure to push the other fabric out of the way when I do this. Okay, next is the top panel with the main zipper, and I totally admit that I did this way out of order. I just got too excited about the bag. I forgot to look at my own tutorial when I made a lined bag in the past. So proper order would have been to sew the outer shell of this panel to the rest of the outer panel with the zipper first, before sewing the bottom edge of our bag. Instead, I got the outer shell and lining pieces facing the zipper right sides together, then repeated that on the other side to the zipper. Despite not being the right sequence of events though, nevertheless, I'm going to figure it out. So I sewed the top panel to the shell, then I stuffed the outer shell into the lining, right sides facing, clip around the top of the bag and sew along there, making sure the zipper is open for this. After sewing it together, I'm going to pull the bag through a 4-inch hole that I left in the bottom of the lining. Last, I will sew that opening and the lining closed, and we got ourselves a sling bag made from an old raincoat. Let's see it in action. Do you guys love it? It's so cute. See what I mean? I have the zipper up front matching this. Yes, we love. Okay. Chunky zipper. I can put stuff in. Wow. D-ring. Fully in there and zipped. Yes. Wow, you guys, how do you like the bag? I think it came out really cute and really cool. I am so happy that I'm able to turn the rain jacket that was literally deteriorating and melting and destined for the trash into something new, useful, functional for me, and personalized to what I need in my everyday life. So I really love that. I added some extra details to the bag that I didn't put in the video earlier. I added some top stitching around the perimeter of the bag, as well as adding a pull tab to the main zipper. So it's easier just to pull back and forth. I also love wearing red. Red's not personally my favorite color necessarily, but I do love wearing it just because it adds a lot of pop of color. It adds in your face. And I do love that, the contrasting color from a neutral palette. I wear a lot of black every day, so red is a nice pop of color. So yeah, I've done several bags on this channel now, and I really want to venture out and make different types of bags with different types of materials. I do want to eventually make some type of leather or pleather bag in the future, or work with that in some form. I'm not sure exactly what yet. I do have another bag that I want to make for an upcoming event in a couple months. So that's going to be coming out really soon as well. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.